So them
Hello guys, welcome to the break room. So today's question of the day is, would you marry outside of your culture, religion, and or race?
No.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and explain why. You wanna go first?
Well, technically, if I marry somebody, like, as far as, like, religion, I feel like we have different beliefs, so it's gonna conflict with what, like, because maybe they'll do stuff that, my religion does not support, but their religion supports. So it'll be like a conflict. We won't be able to have that, unity as a couple in the house.
Okay, well, me personally, since it says culture, religion, or race, if it's race, it don't really matter to me, but if it's like culture and religion, yes. So like, for instance, in Ghana, I'm an Akan, right? So let's say I find like a white guy that knows a lot about my culture, that knows so much about my culture. Like, I'm not gonna really struggle. And I feel like with religion, I don't mind. If I feel like as long as you know my culture, your religion really matter to me. So let's say if it's like Muslim and Christian, I wouldn't really mind. I feel like we can compromise. But if it's like I'm Christian and you don't have a religion at all, then that's where I say no.
It does matter because, okay, so you get married and you have kids. Which religion are they going to go to?
That's exactly what I said.
Okay, so this is I already have my mind. So this is it. So let's say we have a first kid, right? I feel like you go to, like, Fridays you go to the mosque. Sunday you can still come to church with me. Me and my husband, like, if I'm marrying you and we're from different religions, we're gonna have that, like, we're gonna set some rules. So I feel like we all worship the same God. We just have different beliefs and whatnot. So like, if the child grows up, they have the right to choose wherever he or she wants to. And I'm not gonna have only one kid. I know God is gonna make me have more.
But listen to this. I think you have to keep in mind, Abraham Lincoln said the greatest thing I've ever think any president has ever said. He said, a house divided cannot stand. So you have two different conflicting ideas, and you're trying to pour it onto, or allow a child to decide. Either the child is going to choose to forego religion as a whole, or the child is going to go against both parents.
Isn't it the same as culture too? When you marry somebody from different
I think culture is a lot less complicated because, like, sometimes with religion, like, religion is like faith. You see what I'm saying? Like, culture is kind of like a practice, and culture is like ever changing. I feel like with time, more people come in, and then like it becomes something new over and over again. But like with religion, it's like I pray this many times a day because this is what my God says, or like I go to church on Sunday because this is what like my God says. So I feel like just that conflicting values, specifically like who to worship. Like this person calls this God this, the other calls this God this. So I feel like just that whole like spirituality and just the confusion of spirituality can get so big sometimes. But like for me personally, like I straightforward like marry someone who was like of a different race, of a different culture, because I feel like you said, they can always like assimilate, like how we've assimilated to like American culture, so it's like vice versa. But like as far as religion, that is like a little bit of a stretch for me. I mean, I know that they have like subcultures of like Christianity, so maybe like someone within that like general, feel maybe if you're Jewish, maybe I'll consider, but like,
so let's say you meet a guy, right? And then religion, as long as you believe in God, right? I don't mind. So let's say on your list, he meets everything. Like he's just the Mr. Right? But just religion is a problem, and you guys have to understand.
He's not Mr. Right.
No. Listen.
Yeah,
That's true. That's what I'm saying. That on your list, right? Religion is not like a very big thing. So let's say apart from everything, as soon as that's what I'm saying. If you don't believe in God, that's a no.
Wait, but
if you believe,
is religion not a big thing, right?
no, I'm saying let's say my list.
Okay,
my
good.
list, religion is not a big thing. I don't really mind because I feel like as long as you're still in your religion bubble, I can still be in my bubble. And I feel like we have to, before we get married, we have to set like, standards for ourselves. If we can't agree on that, then no. Like, I feel like if you're a Muslim and I'm a Christian, right? And I'm like, okay, if we get married, it's gonna be like this, and we're like, okay, I don't think we can really do this, then fine. But if we think we can really do this, we'll give it a try. And at the end of the day, he can, I will not convert, but you never know, he can convert to mine. And even, I feel like we have an understanding, like, okay, we're not gonna try to change anybody.
But
You're
see,
still
that's
gonna
the
keep
thing.
your religion.
It's the key word that you just use is try. Like I
You're
said
not gonna
earlier,
try to change
like,
anybody though.
You
But
may
I
not
feel
go
like you
inside
can't help it.
with it, like not trying to convert him. But I'm telling you that him, his family, the whole entire mosque, whatever religious he believes in, they're gonna be trying to convert you.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like it's easy. Like I was saying earlier, I feel like it's easy for me because like I sort of like grew up in an area where like Muslim lives, and I was able to like mingle with them and
That's
like
different
do
than
things for
marriage.
them.
That's different than marriage.
But I feel like it's
even
possible.
as a Christian, the Bible says that be equally yoked. You see what I'm saying? Yes, you and that person could like vibe. Your values are the same, all that stuff. But I feel like as a Christian, for me, like there's morality, like societal morality, like treat others how you want to be treated. But then there's also like the biblical one where it's like because Jesus said so, because this is how Jesus lived. So I feel like just that value, you know what I mean, and like that difference in value would just be an issue of conflict, because it's like you believe something else, I believe something else, and the Bible says as a Christian that be equally yoked. So you could be like rich, like popping financially, you could be like, aesthetically pleasing, handsome, beard, whatever. But like at the end of the day, if like we're getting married, that even then it's like, where would we have the wedding? At a church or a mosque? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Just different points of conflict
always
just
compromise,
continuously
though.
occur.
No.
But I feel
How do you compromise that?
And that's what I'm saying. You
Church
can
and a
find
mosque.
okay.
You combine them.
No. Like they don't be doing the wedding at the mosque. Just so you know, they have it like in the home. So like they do their traditional wedding. So why do we then add traditional wedding to Christian weddings too? If it's basically
it's our culture.
That's
Their
what I'm saying.
family's
Like,
not. So do you think their family's gonna come to the Christian?
no, that's what I'm saying. If I'm marrying you, I'm not marrying your family. I'm marrying you. That's why you're not gonna ask the question about. No.
You gotta understand, especially
I don't think it really matters.
in our culture, when you're marrying the husband or the wife, you're marrying the family.
Yeah, but like
You know
if the
that.
family understand that we have an understanding, it's okay. Me, honestly, I don't think it's a problem.
They're gonna be trying to convince.
Okay, what if it's a Christian who just like, what if it's a Christian?
African?
So what if so he's African, he's Ghanaian, he's a Khan. He said he was a Christian before he moved to being a Muslim. That gives me the right to be able to marry him because he knows of my values.
But okay.
No, I
No,
don't
but
think.
why did he convert?
the
Why did
Bible
he
says
convert?
that.
Like, yeah, it
Because he
would
wanted
be something
to.
that would be able to
Your
vibe.
Your religion
Something
says
to
that
vibe with.
you can only go to the Father through Jesus Christ. So if he doesn't believe in Jesus Christ, then that means you're going to the Father alone without your significant other. So it will be your job to try to convert him. So that eliminates.
Who said they don't believe in Jesus Christ?
They don't.
They
They don't
don't-
believe
No,
in
but
Jesus.
they believe in
Hey, it's a prophet. It's a prophet. They see Jesus. No.
I feel like the basis of
They see
Christian
that.
religion is
They
the
say
fact that
Jesus.
Jesus came to
They see
die for
Jesus
our
existed,
sins.
right? But they see him as a prophet.
Yeah.
Not as a son of
Like
God.
Nyamyakwa, but not Nyame.
So
Son.
the Bible
Son.
says.
You have to go to God, to the Son.
No, okay. Me, I don't see any problem. Like, yes, I will marry a Christian guy, but if a Muslim guy should come my way, he's bum. You pray. God is like he's the one.
And then he sells
They need to convert him before you marry him.
I don't think.
No, but the thing is,
It'll
I
be a
think
job to
also though, like
convert him.
marry.
Yeah, I'll pray
No,
to
but
get
listen, if I'm like, okay, I'm gonna marry Sam, right? For the interest of converting him, that's wrong. You see what I'm saying? I feel like it's not supposed to be like, because then I feel like it becomes a mission that is like for my own, and he like, what is the word, Kambu?
Righteousness.
No, not even that, but like for my own benefit,
Yeah.
And we're supposed to be living and like giving the glory to God. So if I'm like, oh, okay, like I really like this guy, and I'm gonna marry him so that I can convert him, or like I'm gonna convert
But
him so
isn't
that I can marry him.
it our job to win as many souls
But the
as
thing is,
possible?
no, not with our best interest at heart. You see what I'm saying? Like we convert people for God, but I'm not gonna be
Yeah,
like I'm
for
gonna.
God. That's
But
what I'm
see,
saying,
I
you're
feel like
doing
when
it-
you do that because you want to marry him, then that's for your own glory.
No. You like everything about him, but the only thing is that he's Muslim. That's what.
But no, but
that's
I'm
when
saying
it comes in
separate.
that you.
The
like
thing
you
is,
said
I
it.
feel like that makes it kind of like biased a little bit because if I approach this guy, right, and I'm like, I'm gonna work my best, bring him to church, all that stuff so that I can marry him, it might end up that he's not even the one for me, and God can probably just dress him up for someone else. You see what I'm saying? The thing is, we're all, a friend is saying, bodies supposed to be worshiping and living as a living sacrifice for God. So I feel like when we approach someone and say, okay, this person is a Muslim, but I really want to, marry him, and I'm gonna like bring him to God so that I can marry him. That's wrong. Like that perspective is wrong from the get-go.
And I feel like that is indicative of all women, that they want to find someone they can fix a project that they can make better.
Everyone is like that though. I don't think it's just women. I think everyone is like that.
In my experience, I've seen that the underlying basis of being in a relationship for any woman is in order to fix you as a person. And right now, you just said it. You're gonna try and convert him. So you're seeing his religion or his views and his values as a problem.
I'm not saying I'm not gonna
but-
try and convert him. I'm not gonna try to convert him. Like he can live in his own bubble. But if he
Okay,
sees
okay.
what I'm
You also talk
doing,
about
Alright, listen.
compromise.
Yeah.
So it's like compromise means giving up something too.
Compromise,
So it's like,
okay.
contradicting.
So compromise comes when it comes to the kids. Okay, they can go to wherever they want to. They can come to my church. They can go. They
Okay,
can go
listen,
with
listen.
you.
But I also
With the
feel
kids,
like
no, no, no.
kids, I
With the
also feel
kids
like-
thing, as a Muslim religion, it's not something that you choose. When you were born, it's like you're already inducted into it. It's like by force. You don't have a choice. If your parents are Muslim, you have to be Muslim.
Exactly. Just
So
like
you're
how
18,
we
and
are.
then you be the
And
teacher.
it's
They get the
very
opportunity
Christian.
to join.
But I feel like
No.
but then I feel
Different.
like if you only kind of like dress yourself for the kids, then you become like obviously we all see our parents as like, oh, my dad, my mom. So under that, like away from that title, we don't really see them as anything else. Like they have hobbies and all that stuff. So I feel like when you become only your kids' parents, then that's not a relationship. You see what I'm saying? Like I feel like that means you guys aren't communicating, you guys aren't connected, you guys are only living for your kids, and that in itself too is like
I think-
not the kind of relationship that I want.
I think we're delving way too much into the religion aspect of it because it's a multiple question. So like, let's talk about
Culture.
race and culture. How do you guys feel about
Because
that?
okay, so even with the race, like most of us are Africans. We are all Africans. You know how like when you go and bring Akata is African American. When you bring an African American home, your parents are like,
Bruh.
no African American. So how do you guys?
I would bring an Asian, I'm bringing Japanese, I'm bringing Brazilian, I am bringing Mexican, Latina, Somalian. For me, it doesn't matter.
Somalian.
Yeah.
You can find a Christian Somalian.
Somali.
As long as as long
It's
as
not
I can,
Somalian.
hey,
It's
Somali,
Somali.
Somalian. She's fine. She's vibing with me. She's
I don't
gorgeous.
know.
Baby,
I
I'm
feel
looking
like
for you.
I feel
Right.
like for me, like I would go for like Caribbean, Haitian. You feel me? Like
It
Jamaican.
doesn't matter.
No, but I get it. Like I feel like, but to be honest, I love Korean dramas. I love Korean music, all that stuff, as you guys know.
K-pop.
But I feel like stretching to Asia is a bit much for me personally because I feel
What
like
if they're Christian?
the rice.
Christian?
No, but listen to Look, if I'm marrying Nigerian, right? We all know Nigerian love sucks. But still, if I'm marrying Nigerian, at least we have fufu. You know, we have pepper soup. We have all that stuff in common. You feel me? If I'm married to a Leone, Senegalese, that's like West Africa, even East African too. It's like there's a lot of like familiarity, like in culture and beliefs and all that stuff. And that's the same for Asian culture too. I feel like American culture, African culture, and Asian culture, like I feel like African and Asian have more in common as far as like values go.
Okay, yeah.
But when it comes to the food, it's like
Do you eat
ramen.
Chinese food?
I do.
But no, that's not
Can't you guys cook?
Chinese.
Let me
Can
finish.
you guys cook it?
It's the
That's
same
your
culture.
Let me finish my
But
point,
is this a
right?
Chinese?
But let me finish my
Talk to the
point.
people.
I feel like already normal, from what I've seen of like Asian culture, right? We were talking about Muslim tradition and how like the family becomes like all about family and like you have to be inducted and all these other things. I feel like with Asian culture too, it's a little bit of the same. When you marry the person, you marry the whole family, just like African culture. And like with the food, no, like ramen noodles, all that stuff, like noodles, like that one is just too far. Even the music is not even the same. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like you want someone who can like vibe with you, like not even as Zontal, kind of
But
like
I-
all these songs.
I
so,
feel
You
like,
can
what
teach
I
them though.
want to-
Yeah,
There was a couple that I saw. There's a couple that I saw. Like a white one, like African
Yeah,
and
so
North.
you can-
Okay, I would not marry outside my culture because I feel as if that my culture is the best out of all the cultures.
Yeah, to be
and I
honest,
want my
that's how I feel,
kids to.
So are you prejudiced against other cultures?
No,
No,
I'm not. I just
no,
want.
because
Hey,
the love of
just trying to enjoy
God.
that's what I said. I enjoy my culture. I
The love of
really.
Ghanaianness is not anti-world.
No one is saying that, but he just said that his is the best.
Yeah,
I believe. I believe
His
it's the best.
That's not a
I
prejudice.
believe.
It's
Because
not
that's
it's a
what I
bias,
grew
but
up
it's not a
with.
prejudice.
That's what I grew up
It's
with.
a
I believe that mine is the best, and I want my kids to
Check the definition
experience.
of prejudice for me, please.
It's a
And-
bias, but it's not a prejudice. Prejudice, I
and-
feel like it's hate.
And
like it's
I want my kids to experience that 100%.
I think
I want
so.
them to learn my
I
language
think prejudice
100%.
is hate.
I want them to know that, like, growing
Yeah, so
up,
you
me and
continue
my
that
wife are
legacy,
speaking
yeah.
the same language. Me and my wife are eating the same food. I want them to experience, like, what I grew up with.
Yeah.
I really like
You just
that.
like the food. That's how.
No, I really like how, like, my parents
Yeah.
do things.
Yeah.
I like how they speak in Chi at home. I like how, like, there's no another, like, culture, like, hindering me learning about my culture. So I want that for my kids as well.
And plus you kind of need somebody to continue, like like your
Yeah,
name.
like-
Yeah,
yeah,
keep the
because-
name going.
Because even kids from Ghanaian parents being born here, Krampo, they can't speak Chi because
Yeah.
So imagine that
Imagine you
kid
have, like,
marrying somebody else. That whole Ghanaian line is gone. The
Yeah,
tree
it's
is gone.
Yeah.
The culture is gone.
Conceived
Like
opinion
people
that is not
don't
based on
people don't
concept
know
or actual experience.
people don't know
I feel
about
like it has
AIM.
experience, so it's not prejudice.
People don't know about people don't know even know where like about Ashanti culture and the Asante Fall. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's like I want to marry somebody that I can like when my kids are growing up we can be able to teach them together about
Yeah.
where we came from because our culture is rich as well
Yeah.
as other cultures. And we don't have I'm pretty sure there's books out there that write about our history,
Mm.
but that's not being taught in school.
Mm.
And I want to be able to teach that to my kids with my wife.
Right. And I also just feel like the tree language comes when it's like there's so much poetry in like the tree language. You feel me? Like in our music, for example, like Bisakedi songs, you know, like
Like, I'm not-
that's like it just does something to you. You know, you want someone to be able to like
To
dance in
sing
the
it
kitchen
to
with.
what's
You
that
feel
saying?
me? Like I know, like that.
Like,
I feel like you
how
want
can I
that.
sing that? How can I
For-
sing
for
that
me-
to somebody
for me,
else?
I'm not strong in the African culture.
That's
Yeah,
That's
so
why
that's why
it's
you.
different.
I'm branching out because my parents never really were into the African music, so they didn't put that into me. So growing up, you absorb what was within my surroundings, and that's what I did. And what I've seen is that, let me say this correctly, because I know I'm surrounded by some strong people. That's the way she looked at me. But it's just that Africans and not just Ghanaians,
Mm,
Africans in general, they have a different mentality of thinking.
mm.
We came here saying we're going to be here at 6 o'clock. I was outside the door at 6:01, sitting out there waiting. We didn't get here until like 6:40 something. You see what I mean?
That's our aesthetic though. I like that about us.
No, that's not
Like if I'm late,
that's what I
got
say.
2
Like,
hours.
I want to be able to be with someone who's there in the same thinking that I am. You know what I mean? And if I can find that in a woman who's from Ghana, who's from Ethiopia, who's from Somalia, that's it.
Mm.
As long as we can vibe, but as of right now, where I'm at in my life, I'm not going out looking for that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm looking for what I am saying is pleasing
Yeah.
to my eye. You know
I
what I
feel
mean?
you.
If it
Even,
comes
I'm not
So you're
not
looking
to
for
say that African or
qualities like
black women are
yourself?
not
Yeah, that
unattractive.
match you.
I'm saying like
If
as
it's
of right
right now-
if
Yeah,
it comes, it
it's not
comes.
about-
I'm accept it.
Stephen and
But
Sam.
I'm not going out there into the world saying,
Yeah.
"Hey, give me an African girl." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
What do you guys think, Stephen and Sam? Since you guys are like,
I'm so tired. Honestly, yeah, I don't really care about the culture. I agree with Biz on this one. At the end of the day, it's about the personality that I'm looking for values, looks. And some other cultures look better than our culture, and our culture looks better than some other cultures also. You know,
a Brazilian. Oh my God, with that real Brazilian hair.
to me, culture and
Our
religion
hair has
really matters.
Versatility, but it defies
what,
gravity.
what about religion?
Talking about.
Would you
Like I
consider-
said before, I don't think it's advisable to marry out of your religion. It's just too much problem.
I feel like religion is like the core. of who
Religion
you
is,
are.
yeah,
It's like the most
But God is supposed to be number one.
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to have somebody who has the
Spirituality
same
is like because
belief.
we're all spiritual beings living a human experience. Like that's what I believe. That's something that I read online. Like that's something that I've always kind of like held to a value. And so I feel like we're all here to like shine our light, to find our purpose, and to lead it through. So if at the basis of that spirituality we believe in different gods, I feel like that's just gonna contradict.
So I got a
Yeah,
question for you,
and
right?
God would
So-
never do that.
So like some Muslims, don't they do Ramadan, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you're Christian. So you at the house, you cooking all this food while your husband
Yeah, you
is
can't.
is
And
hungry.
it's like the
Like,
fast.
No, it's
Okay,
not- okay,
listen,
you know,
listen,
not-
you
but
could-
He up a good point because
No,
if he's
like,
doing
what are
that,
you gonna do?
it would
Yeah,
be
if you take that
disrespectful
serious,
as you as a
that's
wife
disrespectful, 'cause
to
you're
cook
not
for him,
Christian.
cook in the house
Yeah,
because
you
you're
can't.
going against what he's believing in, right? And you say
But
you were
Christians
compromised.
don't we fast?
I know that. I know that. But
I'm saying
no,
so.
but Ramadan is different. No,
It's different.
No, Ramadan is different. Ramadan is different.
He's doing his Muslim fast, I'm doing my Christian
You have to
fast.
understand. You have to understand though, because if you go inside that household as a wife, and your husband is fasting from, and he doesn't eat from from the crack of dawn. No, listen. If he's not eating from the crack of dawn to the dusk, you can't cook that type of food.
Okay, but I can go out and go eat.
Even then, Christians
Like every day for a month. For a month.
No, I can cook. He goes to work, right?
Like
I
with
can
the
cook
point
at
of
home.
communications as well, like Christians believe in the Holy Spirit. You see what I'm saying? So it's like we believe in like communion, we believe in like all these things, we believe in like I don't know how to even, but I feel like just that whole like reverence of like God, no. It's like how do you share that?
Like,
you know?
Because I'm still,
I
I
think-
still have everything. I still
We're
have
not
my religion.
discrediting
I'm not.
the religion.
Yeah,
we're
not at
saying
all.
that, like she was saying, we're spiritual beings living in a human life.
Yeah.
That's fine, no. But we've all chosen our paths. And two individuals who want to join together can't walk two different paths.
Yeah, you
Because
have
at
to
the end of
be-
the day, you're
You
going
have
to
to
go in
have the
different
same
positions.
basis. You see what I'm saying? I feel like religion is like
Like-
one of those important pillars of like relationship.
Yeah, real
Like,
I
love
was
is
saying-
always all powerful.
Like I
all
was saying, like
connected,
I
but
don't
you won't be able to
mind.
bring
Let's
it
say
around
if it's the
fast.
last man on earth, yes, I'll marry him. If it's the one, no, I'm so serious. I don't mind. Yes, as of now, I'm gonna marry a Christian guy. Like that's what I'm looking for. But if one comes my way, that doesn't mean like I'm gonna stop them. You know what I mean? Like I'm still in the process of. I'm not searching, but you know I'm gonna meet people. If he comes and he's Muslim, doesn't mean I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm Muslim, so no.
Okay, so what if?
But-
Okay, so you know how you're supposed to, as a person, before you marry somebody or get into that aspect of taking that journey with them, you have to pray about it. You know, you have to pray about the person. So what if God says?
If God says no,
But
God
also,
says no.
but you
That's what I'm
guys
saying.
also
If God
feel like
says
we've
no,
been,
God says
I also
no.
Okay,
feel like we've been
okay,
thinking
next
too much
question.
about
Next
Islam,
question.
right? What about atheists? You see what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
no,
That's what I'm saying. I'm not hold down this man, but I'm like,
But
you
that's
have
also
to-
the religion don't
No,
take
no,
it.
no, no.
I think it's
Okay, like I said, a religion with no God. But that's what I'm saying. I said
People
Christian and
just
Muslim.
need to pray nowadays. You
No,
know,
no, but I'm saying they're okay. They have some, like Muslims still believe in God. Just like they have like different values.
So you want someone
who believes in God? Like it,
So
I don't know.
believe
What
in
about
God.
Okay, so I think you're
No,
you're-
no,
you're-
believe
no.
in God.
Because like I said earlier, a Muslim they call God Allah,
Yeah,
right?
it's different.
Every single name in this world has power. If you're gonna go out there and say Allah, you're praying to Allah. You ain't
But when
praying to
they're
God.
speaking
That's-
English,
but listen,
when they're
listen,
speaking
listen,
English, they say
no,
God though.
no,
Like
you
they
have
say
to
God.
really-
But we say
Wait,
Nyame.
what do you
It's
mean?
like their
But
language.
see, no,
they-
no,
they
I don't
never
think
refer to
I don't
him
think
as
that
God. They
counts
refer
because
to him as
Nyame means
Allah.
Jesus. Yesu means Jesus, right? But Allah
Nyame-
means Allah. Nyame means Nyankopon. Nyankopon means Jesus,
Yeah.
right? So that's me saying
But
chair,
God, though.
akonya. That's the same thing.
No, but I think a name like okay.
I think you're so set
no,
inside
but
your belief of what it is right now that
I think
regardless
it's
of what
fine to
you
be
just
open-minded,
debate,
but
it's not going to change it. I understand we're not trying to change anybody's opinion. We're trying to
Right.
get points across. But you have to realize as who we are and the lives that we live right now, it is literally impossible to say, I'm going to go and be able to someone who calls God Allah. Like I'm saying earlier, Allah, just because it's translated into God, doesn't mean that's what it means.
yeah, but I'm
don't
saying
agree
like
with
in the worst case,
Okay, I
in
don't
the
agree.
worst case scenario, like like I'm saying like in the worst case scenario, I'm not gonna push the person away. Like I'm still gonna.
Yeah.
We can still give it a try, even if
Which is
it
fine.
goes
Sure.
to splitting or whatever. I will still give the person a chance. I don't
Yeah.
think that. But if you come and traditionalists, juju man, no, you always say no. If that's your religion, you always say no. But I feel like if you're a Muslim, still crying
Is
out.
it because you think
I wanna hear what he says. I wanna hear what
Is it
he
because you
has to
think
say
that
about it.
like Christianity and Islam have like a lot of
There's
They
so
do,
many
they
things,
do.
yeah.
They
there's
do
so many
because I
things
took
we can
humanities.
mix.
There's a lot of similarities.
Yeah, there's
it's
something
just
we
that
can mix. But like,
there's a little
what's the name?
different.
Is it atheist or whatever?
The
I
three main
can't.
religions in this world have all have
Yeah.
similarities.
That's true.
They all
Judaism,
come
Judaism,
together.
Islam,
the
same
Torah,
time
the Torah is
period.
made out of the
Yeah,
first
yeah, yeah,
five
yeah.
books.
Buddhism,
Yeah, the first
like
five
also
books.
Christian
Yeah,
values
Yeah.
They all have their
so-
similarities.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so I've been to a Buddhist, blah 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 before. But I'm saying, huh? What are you saying? No, I've been because my grandma. Okay, anyways, but like when I went there, I saw cute some boys, blah 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 blah.
But did you
Okay, no, listen. I was little right then. I was like 12.
That is the question.
No, 12, 14. But I'm saying, like, in the worst case, do you guys understand what I'm saying? Like, in the worst case scenario, like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna push the person away.
Of course,
I'm
because
still-
our religion
I would
pushes
try. I would
love.
try the marriage. I would give it a try. We
I
can.
think
You
you
can
should
mix
try
some.
the
I think
Yeah, I can. Okay, I can date. Okay, I was still. You know what I'm saying?
Marriage?
No. I would try to date.
No,
You know what
I don't
I'm
like
saying?
this
You date. You just don't date for fun. You know what I mean? That's what I'm
Right,
saying.
you
That
date to
marriage.
get
That's what I'm
married.
saying. Marriage. But I'm saying if they come my way, I'm not gonna be like I'm not gonna date you. There's a possibility.
But-
I'm
I mean,
gonna
yeah,
date you.
I mean, yeah, I understand.
God
I
can
understand
be
that
dying
part.
inside. Okay, let us hand in
But good
some.
question, what-
I understand that part.
Like,
I understand that part. But I'm
you
just like-
understand? Levels.
But,
No,
but
but-
from where you stand right now, you're mostly around Christians to begin with. So
Right.
No, but I'm saying the worst case scenario.
Okay, so
like, in the-
so do you think God will pair you up with somebody who does not believe in
Isn't
God?
God that created a person?
I know that, but do you think God will pair you up with somebody who does not?
What about God pairing up with people that are Muslims? You see Muslims and Christians being married before, and they've lasted
But
for.
see, look, Muslim, but we're talking about you.
Yeah, if God says, no, this is the man. go with it, I'll go with it. Again, in the worst case scenario, where
No, I
they
mean, no,
start
listen.
Of
Of course, if he says go with it.
I'm not saying
Of course, if he says go with
no,
it, that means he has a plan for you to, end up, changing everything, and he becomes a Christian. He has a plan for that. If he says go with it, that means he has a plan for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You never know. Who knows?
But I feel like the Bible literally says be equally yoked. You see what I'm
Exactly.
saying? But I feel like 9 times out of 10, this is just my personal belief. If you do ever meet a Muslim, right? I feel like, and if you feel led to change or like to just introduce God to that person's life, like Jesus Christ, the Son of God, to that person's life, I feel like it's not on the basis of, oh, so you can marry him. I feel like it's on the basis so I can use him as my child, as opposed to like, so I can marry him. So I feel like kind of thinking from that perspective, like, oh, marrying him and then changing him, I feel like that's a little bit backwards from my
Okay.
perspective anyway.
One thing I just remembered, in the Quran, I had to read a book. I had to read something in the Quran. Then the Quran has something talking about people of the book. Those are people that Muslims believe that, do not believe in the right things. They believe Christians are part of it. They believe us Christians, we don't believe in the same thing. So technically they think we're going to go to hell.
But it's not all.
So
it's not
they
all
have,
Muslims.
no, it's in their Quran.
It's possible
in their
to
Quran.
find somebody-
It's in their Quran, like our
The
Bible.
Quran
That's
says
like having something in the Bible and saying you don't
It
believe in
says
it.
that
That's
the
our
Bible,
Quran. The people of the
has
book.
been mistranslated.
Exactly.
Like through
So they
its
think the people of the
translations from
book,
the
they
beginning,
think the Christians
they
are
believe
part of
that
the book.
since it was translated from Latin to this and that, it's been lost in translation,
Mhm.
and that they have
Yeah,
what
their one
they
is
believe
original.
true.
Since
So
theirs
no
has
matter
never
what
changed.
you do, like how I'm saying, like you said that you're not gonna change, because that's what we grew up with. They're not gonna change either, and
No,
that
but
in your
this
house,
is
your house
20
is gonna be divided. It's gonna be
This is
split.
Yeah, because the Quran and the Bible says two
I'm
different
telling
things.
2016,
I'm telling you,
everything
I'm
is
telling you, I'm telling you.
2016,
If you have a child and your child is not the same religion as you, it will break your heart. It will,
Yeah,
no,
religion-
it will,
Okay.
if your child,
That's me.
This
You never know. We may not even decide to
This
give birth.
question,
May
I
have
feel like,
daughter
is
kid. You
based
never
on
know.
is based on like your true belief, like how strong do you believe in what you believe?
Mhm.
Because a true Christian can't say, "Oh, God's gonna land me with a Muslim."
Yep.
Yeah,
Because if
that's
God
not
said
right.
that Jesus is the only way, why would he like
No,
give
no,
me
no.
someone
Okay, you guys are not getting my
who's-
point. If he comes my way, I'm not gonna block him.
But
No,
what, okay,
No,
so
but
you saying
what
that?
is blocking
Are you
to
saying
you?
that
no,
God?
like I'm not gonna say that. Okay, because of your religion, I'm not gonna give you a chance in my life because of your religion. I'm not gonna
Wait,
to date me.
let me ask
But
you,
then
just to clarify.
okay,
So alright,
Let me ask you what you mean, right? You said that you're not gonna block him, and blocking to you means what?
like not okay, reject him. Like about girl, you looking pretty. Da, 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 da. I'm not gonna date you. I'm not gonna
Like
give
I'm
you a
not
chance.
gonna go on a date
Yeah,
with you because
but-
you're Muslim.
You know how he was saying that you never know. Maybe God can even use you to convert a person. Maybe the fact that he's coming close, we may not even end up being married together, but just giving him that
Okay, but
chance.
we're
Okay,
talking
but we're talking about
marriage.
marriage.
We're talking about
Because
marriage.
he didn't make your life as a friend. You see what I'm saying? So that
He
is
has
not
no
a
marriage,
relationship.
though.
If you have a
It
friend
can't
in religion,
either.
that's
I think
fine, but would you marry
everything is
somebody?
possible.
Because like
Okay.
in the Bible, right, it says that Christians should be the light of the world, so we should show other Christians how Christianity works. How would you think somebody else would view you in your church if you're married to some other religion?
Somebody, what about those that are married to?
He's
no,
asking
no,
you
no,
a question.
I don't care. I don't care about what other Christians see. As long as God knows my heart and knows how much I love Him.
Okay.
As long as God knows I'm living the right life for Him. And every day, even though He may not be like a Christian, and it says that God knock and it shall be open. Yeah, as time goes on, I will not even bother myself like pushing Him from His religion and all that. But yes, I'm gonna start praying and all those things. Anything is possible. That's what I'm saying.
So you
Anything
said during
is
the marriage you're
possible.
gonna keep praying for him?
There's a no. Of course, I have to pray with my husband every day. Every miracle can happen.
That sounds so
That's
sweet.
no,
That
no,
sounds
no,
so
Yes,
sweet.
I will give him.
No,
I will give him
no,
a
no.
chance.
I think you have
I
to
will
think
give
about
him
what
a
Claudia
chance.
said. You're going into this marriage thinking, yes, I will change him, I will change him, I will change him.
Can't
Yeah,
do
it's
that.
like,
I'm not gonna change him though.
but the thing
for
is,
marriage,
your
that's-
argument says that you will.
Yeah.
The argument,
will
your
marry
argument
him.
says that it is
Oh,
your
so there you go. You
intention.
won't marry him.
I will marry him.
You will.
Okay,
I will.
so okay, so you guys now let's
So you've
talk
already made
more.
up in your mind that
Okay,
if a
so
Muslim
now
comes your
let's
way,
talk more about race. How about that? Let's direct the conversation. How about we direct the conversation towards the race and culture as we were doing before?
Because religion is too much. Religion,
Religion
no, you guys need to. You guys need to know the worst case scenario. What I mean. when
Okay,
you're
this
asking
worst
them-
case
Hold on,
scenario.
hold on.
aside.
Okay, I think you need to.
Well, okay,
wait,
like I get
wait,
married.
wait,
I get married to a
wait.
Christian, right? I get married to a Christian. I get married to a Christian, and as we live, as time goes on, all of a sudden he turns into a Muslim. Should I divorce him?
No, but listen to me though. That's
He's a
not,
Muslim.
but that's not the question we're posing. That's not at
No,
all what
but
we're
it's
saying.
still
And I feel like you saying it's the worst case scenario. I'll marry him. Why is someone you're marrying your person who's present?
Wafanisewa kwe say, who your dream so move.